Welcome to Snapforce. In this video we're going to talk about detail views. So regardless which module you're actually looking at, whether it's your contacts list, your organizations that you guys have in your system, your deals, your products, your activity list, whichever, when you actually click into one of these records, so for example, right now we're looking at our deals list. If we were to click into one of our existing deals, alright, so let's just open up local emergency services, you can actually see everything about them, their detail view or their profile view. So within this actual profile, you'll see everything on the left hand side is going to be all of the individual fields that you guys have for this specific deal. So the amount of the deal, the organization that this deal is linked to, the contact person that the deal is linked to, and you have these other sections over here: expected close date, actual close date, lead source, and at the bottom, system information. Now you can create as many other page sections as you guys want. It's very easy to do that. Just click this top button up here, click on to add a section, and you can create a brand new section. Okay, you can also move these sections around. So if you want a system information up here, just kind of drag and drop it. Very easy to do so. Alright, you can also move and customize where your fields show up right from this actual detail view, which is very cool. You can just hover over the field, pull it up here, or if you wanted to switch sections altogether, you could do that as well. So very easy to customize, which is what Snapforce is known for, being very flexible. Alright, at the top you see the name of the actual deal, which you could change right here very quickly. You can also reassign this deal to another user of your system. Alright, now this Kanban bar up top here, this is the current pipeline that the deal is currently assigned to. So we can switch stages of the existing pipeline. We can mark this deal as won or lost. Alright, let's go ahead and reopen it though. Alright, now every change that you make in Snapforce gets logged to the timeline over here, okay? So you can see all the changes that we just did. When we mark that deal as won, the actual close date field automatically updated to the date that the deal was closed. The status was changed from open to won. Alright, then we changed it back to open. Alright, we reopened that deal, so everything reversed itself essentially. Okay, so now if you did want to change pipelines, if you didn't want this deal, local emergency services, to be in the default pipeline, just click over here on the pipeline drop down button, switch to a different pipeline. We could switch to the onboarding pipeline, for example. So after you close this deal, you might want to change them over to the onboarding pipeline to get them started. Alright, for example, if they just signed up to Snapforce. Alright, so for example, what you would normally do is if they did just sign up to Snapforce, you would just click 1. Alright, and then you would change the pipeline over to the onboarding pipeline, because now we have to help them get started essentially. Okay, so now they're in a different pipeline. Alright, local emergency services, that's the name of this deal. They just signed up, they start out in the sign up to Snapforce. Alright, and then we'll move them along in each stage of this new pipeline. Okay, now at the bottom right here, right, this section over here, the primary section, is the timeline. Okay, so this is where all these changes will show up. Alright, and then you can also log individual activity. Alright, so you could log activities right here. So let's schedule a call since we just signed them up. Alright, we could add guests to this activity. Alright, let's just go ahead and plug in an email address. This will automatically send an invitation to this member or to this customer. Alright, so we just scheduled that activity. Alright, so you can see here the activities. There are 2 activities that are planned. Alright, now if we go over here to notes, we can log a note. Alright, we can also upload files and documents. So if we wanted to drag and drop PDF files, something like that, contracts, images, whatever we need to upload. We can also send emails, very easy to email out, which we'll get into in a different video. So you can also use templates, add email signatures, that kind of thing. Okay. You can also add products to your deals. Alright, so if you wanted to add products, you could do so here, or link this deal with an individual person or multiple persons. So you have your main contact person that this deal is actually linked to over here. His name is Patrick Wilson, which he's also can be seen over here on this persons tab. But if you did want to add additional people, right? So if we wanted to also add Michael Smith as a member of this deal, right? Or Jake Tyler. Oh, Jake Tyler is not an existing contact. That's okay. Just click his name right there. All right, and now we added Jake Tyler to the system. All right, so very easy to do that as well. We can also switch our fields around here. So let's just put in the contact name field so we can see the contact's name in this list. There we go. All right, so now we're back on the timeline here, and that's pretty much an overview of this detail view page. Now just one more thing, you guys can also customize the fields here. So for example, if you're missing a field or you want to add another field, for example, this deal next step field up here is not being used. So that's because that's actually a custom field that we created during the import process. So let's just remove that. So you could drag these fields out, just click this little button up here, click on add an unused field. Alright, now you can actually rearrange all the fields. So let's just get rid of deal next step. Let's save that. Alright, so now deal next step is out of the layout. And if we wanted to create a new field, alright, let's say that we want a date of birth field or something like that. Let's just click on add a new field. Alright, date of birth. Field type is going to be date. Alright, now there's more parameters at the bottom, which we would get into in a custom fields video. So we'll just go ahead and save this new custom field. So you can see just like that, we just added the date of birth field. So it's super easy, super quick to customize your system. And that is pretty much an overview of the detail view. Hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe.